Now that I just read all of this and pretty much explained what it means, let's go back to Daniel and see how amazing this chapter is. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold, which represents kingdom, and in the negative sense, the kingdom of Babylon, confusion, whose height was 60 cubits and its width 6 cubits. So it was 66. And the image of the beast is 666. So we see that it's exactly the same. The shadow of what we see in the book of Revelation is amazing, it's huge, what this represents. Also, the fact that we here see 66 and we are talking about a literal image or statue which had all dimensions. That's why 60 cubits height, 6 cubits width. So that is a three-dimensional image. 66 represented by the 66. So if we were to add an extra dimension to this image, meaning making it real, adding the dimension of time to it, we would have to add another 6 to the number, and that would make it 666. So pretty much Yahweh is showing us through this shadow a one dimension less than the one we see in the book of Revelation 13 and what will happen. So here is a statue, but in Revelation it's talking about an actual person, if we could call it that. An image, a human image, which will have the spirit of Satan in it to control it. As I have explained, also the 666 has to do with the fact that there are 3 Satans who will get together in order to control humanity and, according to them, fight the Almighty. The way they will get together is within the image of the beast, because we have the inclination to do evil within the flesh. That inclination to do evil has to do with the first Satan, Samael, Belial, according to the Jewish people. Well, they also call him Samael. So Samael has to do with the flesh. So Samael will be represented or within the flesh of that image of the beast. Humans, the simplest way in which we can separate what makes a human is in 3: body, soul, and spirit. Even though when it comes to the scriptures and the soul can be divided in 5 different parts, from which we have the spirit as the second: nefesh, ruach, neshama, chaya, and yechida. So there are 5 parts to the soul, but we can simplify it in 3 by saying body, soul, and spirit. The body goes to the dust when the person dies. The spirit, which gives the body life, goes to Yahweh who sent it. And the soul, which is the person, goes to Sheol to wait for judgment. So this is important. Body, spirit, and soul. Body goes to the dust, spirit goes up, soul goes down to the Sheol. Right now in Sheol there is a spirit, or a malach, a fallen malach called Azazel, known also as Abaddon, who will come out in the 5th trumpet. Azazel is pretty much the 3rd Satan. Lucifer is the 2nd Satan. Samael is the 1st Satan. And I mean in the order in which they fell. Samael fell before the creation of men. Lucifer fell when he gave the fruit to Eve. And Azazel fell in the time of Enoch. So 3 Satans. And they fell from the favor, but they still have things to do in the creation. So the flesh is connected to the body. In the body is the inclination to do evil, and that is the first Satan, represented by the veil on the face of Moshe, which would be taken out with his death, like the veil of the flesh which is ripped when a person dies. Then the 2nd Satan, Lucifer, is the spirit which rules over this reality. He is the spirit of the sons of disobedience, those who do not follow Yahweh, who are rebellious. He's the mighty one of this world. So he would be the spirit. So we have flesh and spirit. Lucifer at this time is still in the second heaven. He's about to be kicked out of that heaven and be thrown into the earth in Revelation 12. So just like the spirit of man goes up when he dies, it is from up there that the spirit of the image of the beast will come down and enter the flesh that was made for it in the representation of Samael. So by that flesh, image of the beast, and that breath that will be allowed to be given to the beast, that is the combination of Samael and Lucifer, body and spirit. And then Abaddon, which comes from the abyss in Revelation 9, the fifth trumpet, Abaddon will enter that body and become the soul of it, the person. That's why he is the main representation of the false Messiah. That's why he appears in the Yom Kippur ritual as one of the two male goats, being the other one Yahushua HaMashiach, represented by Yahushua and Barabbas, when Pilate asked who they wanted to free, and they let Barabbas go and sacrifice Yahushua to represent Yom Kippur, when they sacrificed a male goat and left the other one go to the desert to Azazel, or Azazel, as some people pronounce it in English. So the beast will be formed by body, spirit, and soul, and that will be Samael, Lucifer, and Azazel, and that will be the false Messiah. That's why 666.